How we doing, everybody? My name is Alan Sherlock, and I'm here to discuss Fred and Jenny Bailey's move to Japan and answer the questions. So, the first question stated, what factors contributed to Fred and Jenny Bailey's lack of adjustment to Japan? So, from three different aspects, individual work and organizational. Individually, I'd say that the biggest one was for Jenny with the feeling of isolation. There was definitely a language barrier for her, whether it be from shopping and not being able to talk to the people that worked. There was TV. She couldn't watch TV. She didn't understand what was going on. I think her thing was mostly all boredom, with the not understanding of the culture that she was in. From a work standpoint, I would say that Fred, his biggest issue was communication, whether it be language or the cultural gap. Fred did not feel that he was very successful in his how he was doing there at his place of business. Organizational, I would say there was definitely cultural differences. The you could see the difference between the Americans and the Japanese, and how the Americans were very opinionated, to give their answers to Fred. Whether and when the Japanese people were asked the same questions, they were very standoffish. They didn't, they weren't opinionated. They weren't used to somebody asking their opinion. Question two stated, what mistakes did Bailey make at work because of his lack of understanding of the Japanese culture? I would say straight off, he did not set up clear communication with his new associates. He assumed everything was okay when they didn't give a response, which, is kind of the way it works in America. If you ask a question, and nobody answers back, you feel that they've got it. Bailey did not get to know his team, first of all. I mean, here he is in a new country with a new team. It's a very diverse team. Before understanding the culture, he should have learned that a little bit more. Question number three stated, what criteria would be important in selecting employees for overseas assignments? I think first of all is knowing the language. I mean, if that's who you're talking to, whether it be your workers or even your customer base, you've got to understand what what they're saying to you. Um, they communicate differently than what he was used to. Uh, so that would be obviously the number one criteria is learning the language. What special training and development programs was number four might have been beneficial to Fred Bailey and his family prior to his assignment in Tokyo? I think they should definitely, companies should give employees training or an orientation on what to expect with the move. Having a coach, having someone as a support group or something for when you move into a new country, whether it be another American or even a Japanese individual that could speak American and could kind of help Jenny get comfortable with her surroundings. I understand that they gave him a few days, but you're doing a whole lifestyle change. It's hard to do just in a matter of a couple of days. Once again, my name is Alan Sherlock, and that was my answering the questions on Fred and Jenny Bailey's move to Japan.